Yeah, listener, wherever you are and you are listening to this radio, this is Radio Kogi 97.1 FM station again. Now, it's time for your program, your darling program, Health is Wealth, sponsored by Equa Hospital.
Listeners at home, you are welcome to yet another edition of our program, Health is Wealth. We will take this opportunity to say Happy New Year to you all on the program, since this is our maiden edition for the year 2018. As usual, Health is Wealth is sponsored by Equa Hospital, Egbe. And today I have another guest on the program. Our guest, kindly introduce yourself to our listeners.
Good morning, everyone who is listening and compliment of the program. My name is Habila Barry Campbell, a dental therapist with Equa Hospital. Thank you.
Thank you, dental therapist. I'd like to say Happy New Year to you, sir. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Today we're going to take a look at what we call gum disease. Our dental therapist, please, what is gum disease?
Yeah, thank you to all our listeners. I'm glad to be back here again to discuss a very important topic this morning called gum disease. In dentistry, we call it periodontal disease. And then what we mean by periodontal diseases is a disease of the supporting structures of the teeth. Gum disease can often be prevented by brushing and flossing correctly and scheduling regular dental cleanings and exams. So when your dentist tells you that you have early signs of gum disease, it may come as a shock if you are taking great care of your teeth. It is very, very important for patients to know that they can still develop gum disease due to a variety of factors, including genetics and even pregnancy. And if caught early, gum disease can be treated. So I advise all our listeners, most especially pregnant women, they should be very, very, because what we mean by, to a layman, if you want to know much about gum disease, if you brush in the morning or afternoon, sometimes you see yourself bleeding. So those kind of bleeding is not good to your health. It's affecting the entire general health entirely. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, dental therapist, for that beautiful explanation. What causes gum disease? What are the causes of gum disease?
Gum disease, okay. As I said earlier, gum disease or periodontal disease, we all know that it's one of the most common reasons for tooth loss. Many people lose their teeth because of it in adults. This infection can usually be prevented with proper oral care at home and seeing your dentist for dental cleaning every 6 months. Gum disease forms just below your gum line from plaque accumulation on your teeth. What I mean by plaque, to the layman we call it dotty. You find that sometimes you see the teeth is changing brownish, or you find out your teeth is getting darker. So that's what we mean by the plaque accumulation. Tiny pockets eventually develop there which separate your teeth from your gums. This can then result in loose teeth and even teeth loss. So one of the major causes of it is you have poor oral hygiene habits. You smoke or chew tobacco products. Those people who smoke and chew tobacco products are liable to, have periodontal diseases. And then you take certain medications such as steroids, anti-epilepsy drugs, calcium channels, also blockers, birth control pills, or cancer therapy drugs. Those are part of the causes. You have crooked teeth. You have old tooth fillings that need replaced, because we have some fillings in our teeth that sometimes is good to keep regular checkups, so that the more you come, we'll be able to look at them and see if your fillings need change, then we change them. If they don't need, we advise you on what to eat and what to do. And then for pregnant women, and then people living with diabetes can also have periodontal disease. I have a patient sometimes back who said something. Why is my mouth smelling all the time? And then funny enough, he doesn't even know he has diabetes. But we do all certain coinings and other things. We are unable to remove the smelling. We call it that, and in medical we call it halitosis. So we try all we could. So at the end of the day, we advise him, okay, can you just do fasting blood sugar? Let's know what is wrong with you, because it doesn't just come like that. Whenever he speaks, you see the mouth smelling. So I advise people to try at all costs. It doesn't cost you anything for you to go to a hospital and demand your teeth to check. Just a card, then you enter, then they will check, we examine, we take some x-rays and tell you what is wrong with them. If your teeth are good, fine, they are good. If you need advice on your diet, we also tell you, because there are some diets that you eat that also cause such things. Most especially the starchy kind of foods we eat and acidic foods. Thank you, sir.
Before we go further, if I get you very well, this issue of mouth odor, the idea of taking care of it may not be simple unless one knows the genesis.
So I advise all patients, to take care of mouth odor is simple. Just visit a dental clinic or visit Eco Hospital Egbe. It's easier. You just come in, we'll be able to examine you and then detect.
So that one can know the background.
Yes.
Of the
we have different causes of it that lead to such. Thank you.
Thank you. In case for our listeners who may want to throw in one or two questions, you can reach us on these phone numbers. The first one is 090 94 11 7744 or 090 23 22 0568. We shall be expecting your questions. Our dental therapist, before we begin to receive questions from our listeners, let me ask this one question again. Most of these medical problems, they are used to be signs and symptoms that one could, used to give us the knowledge of the kind of ailment one has. What are the signs and symptoms of gum disease?
Yeah, this is a very, very important question. And I think I just want to make a little correction. Our line, we have problem with our epistolate line. It's like there's no network. So people can still reach us at the other second number.
Okay.
That is the Zing 090 2322 0568. 090 2322 0568. Back to the question, we were talking about the signs and symptoms of gum diseases. At early stage of gum diseases, it can present itself in the following ways, which I would want people to pay attention. It comes out red, tender, or swollen gums. Sometimes you find out your gums are swollen. And then it's bleeding gums after brushing or flossing. Gums that are slightly receding. What we mean by receding, the gums leaving your teeth, giving spaces. You find out that your teeth have been exposed, and probably you can even see some of the roots. So that's what we mean by that. If you have advanced stage of gum diseases, you might notice the following: bright red or purple gums that are also swollen, tender gums, severely receding gums. Your teeth may look larger than normal because of this. Spaces between your teeth is also there. Pause between your teeth and gums. Pain while chewing food. Very sensitive teeth. You find out that you have this kind of sharp sensation whenever you take cold water or you eat anything hot, or you eat anything hard again, you find out you have such a sensation. And then for other people, again, partial dentures or dental bridges that do not fit well anymore. Food smelling, bread that will not go away after cleaning your teeth. Your teeth are loose or you are losing teeth. Many patients do not know that they have early stage gum disease because it can also be painless. That's the issue of the periodontal disease. It comes without pain. And many people felt, as long as I'm not in pain, I don't need to go to a hospital. That's the reason why Ekwa Hospital bring out this important program. Because we don't believe you must be in pain before you go to a hospital. But let's give awareness to our people. If possible, we should try to save people's teeth. If possible, you can reach 100 years with your teeth. 32 intact. But people keep sitting there until they are in pain. And when you come, maybe probably the condition might have reached a bad state whereby we can't do anything than to remove it. So please, we advise people. This is very, very important to see your dentist for routine dental exams. We can spot it even when you do not have symptoms of gum disease. That's the issue. We can see it because that is what we're known for. And that is what we read. And we will tell you, you have this, please come and take care of it. And treatment of gum disease is simple when you come early. But it's very difficult when you come when it is already advanced. So we advise people to do all they can to try to visit the dentist for the prevention of periodontal diseases in Ekwa Hospital area. Thank you.
We are grateful for that comprehensive explanation. In case, listeners, if you are just tuning in, you are tuned to Radio Kogi, FM Net 7.1. And you are listening to your popular program, Health Awareness Program, sponsored by Ekwa Hospital, Egbe. And our topic today is gum disease. So we go further, our therapists, our dental therapists. What is gum therapy or treatment?
Okay, this is also a very, very important question for us to analyze. Gum or periodontal therapy is also known as scaling and root planning. This dental procedure is the most effective way to treat early to severe stages of periodontal diseases. During a scaling procedure, our skilled dentists at Aqua Hospital Ede will use a special dental tool to remove calculus and plaque from the surfaces of your teeth, targeting the area below your gum line. If you need a root planning procedure, our dentist or dental therapist will remove cementum and surface the dentin that may be embedded with toxins and tartar. This process smooths your roots, promoting healing and preventing bacterial growth thereafter. So we advise people to, at least, we usually say root planning should not go once a year. At least people should try it and visit the dental clinic every 6 months for scaling and polishing, but for root planning at least 1 year. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I hope maybe our listeners are not calling yet, so we can still go further with our own questions at this end. Dental therapist, please, is it possible that gum disease go away? That is, that it becomes a forgotten issue in one's life, or at least overcome it. Can it be overcome?
I love this question because I've received several thoughts about this. Many people keep asking about that. But before I answer that, I would still maybe call the number to our listeners. Maybe you did not get it earlier. So you can still reach us at 090 23 22 0568. 090 23 22 0568. We're still here, so you can reach us live so that we can attend to some of your questions. Periodontal gum diseases can be reversible, but only when it is in its early stages.
Okay.
Only early stages. You can restore your gum health quickly once your dentist removes dental plaque at this stage. But you also have to brush and floss regularly to keep it at bay. Once gum disease becomes severely advanced, it will not go away completely, but can be managed with proper dental procedures. This is because during advanced stage periodontal disease, you lose support structure. So I think I can hold on. We have a caller.
Hello, caller.
We don't entertain flash, and please, you can just call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please don't flash us. Our time is limited, and we have a lot to discuss on the program.
So, as I was saying, this is because during advanced stage of periodontal diseases, you lose support structures around your teeth, such as bone. This can be permanent, but you may be able to get reconstructive surgery to correct it. So we advise people, you don't wait until it is bad before you come, because when you lose the supporting structures of the teeth, it's very, very difficult, except by the reconstructive surgery of the bone again. Thank you, sir.
Just as you mentioned now, you mentioned surgery on the gum.
Yeah.
Will it not be a painful experience?
Anyway, let me address this. It's always many people. I went to a school. The students were asking the same question that it will be painful when you are in a dental clinic.
Because to even remove teeth is a painful experience. So to have surgery on the gum, many patients might be scared away.
To us in Aqua Hospital Ede, we don't give pain to our patients. We make sure they smile before leaving our office. So I don't see any pain. I don't see anything that will scare anybody to come to us. Okay. We follow the right thing to be done, and we do it professionally so that we make sure our patients are smiling. Thank you, sir. Okay.
To you listeners here who been nursing the gum problem, and we are being scared away by with perhaps the possible pain. We have had it all from our dental therapist. According to him, to take care or to carry out surgery on the gum is not a painful exercise with Equa Hospital, Egbe. Thank you for this explanation, sir. What is the difference between gingivitis and gum disease?
The two of them are all gum disease.
Okay.
Yes. Gingivitis is just about the term. So we call the early stage of gum disease gingivitis.
Okay.
And then we call the advanced stage of the gum disease periodontitis. Gingivitis is an early stage of it. You understand? And they usually precedes to periodontitis, which is advanced stage of it. Gingivitis can often be treated by seeing your dentist for regular dental cleaning and brushing and flossing your teeth regularly. Periodontitis, however, can make you lose your permanent teeth and even cause partial disfigurement if you do not receive proper dental care. And I don't know whether you, maybe even our listeners, sometimes you just sit down and you find out that you lose your teeth. Your teeth will just fail up. So that is what we mean by periodontitis. It has passed the stage of being gingivitis. That is the early stage. Gingivitis, how you get to know gingivitis, you see your gum is changing color. Early stage. When your gum starts changing color, you understand. You start experiencing a kind of small bleeding while brushing. But when it is advanced, that is periodontitis, the bleeding is much. Any little touch of your gum, you bleed more. So, and then that will now lead you to what? Lose your teeth. You find out your teeth will start shaking on its own.
Okay.
Then it just fell off.
It has no root in it.
Yeah. So that is the reason why we advise, and that is the reason why you had the definition of it. It's called the diseases of the surrounding structures of the teeth. So it makes the tooth mobile, and then one day you don't see your teeth fall off. So we advise patients. This has affected a lot of our people, and I won't be here and sitting down be happy seeing people losing their teeth just like that. Equa Hospital is designed to promote this, to make sure people have all their teeth intact. So please, they should come. We have a way of treating you and then advancing you on how to take care of your teeth. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being elaborate on our questions. I will want to ask this question again. What is the link between gum disease and heart health?
Okay, this is a very interesting one again.
Medical practitioners used to say there is a link between gum problem and our heart.
Yeah.
So please let us know that link.
Okay, I'll do justice to that. But before I answer that, I'll still repeat our number again in case you are still listening and probably the network. So our listeners, please. There is no time for flashing. We have just limited time.
Perhaps the network here is not friendly enough.
It's not friendly enough. You can still reach us at the number 090-2322-0568. 090-2322-0568. So you can still reach us. We're still here live to address the issue of gum disease. And I was asked to do justice on what is the link between gum disease and heart disease. One of the biggest symptoms of gum disease is swelling. We all agree. I mentioned the symptoms earlier about swelling. So, or inflammation. When inflammation occurs anywhere in your body, including your mouth, it can lead to hardened arteries. Your arteries will be hardened. This means that your swollen gums could very well lead to a greater risk of having Hello? 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 Hello, can you hear us? Okay, you're live onto the radio program. We're talking about gum disease this morning. Sorry, we didn't get you well. Okay, go ahead. We're listening. Hello? Hello, can you hear us? Hello?
Can you please come up again with your question?
Can you be louder, please? Hello? Hello? Hello?
I'm afraid the network is not in good order this morning.
Yeah.
For that caller, because of a network problem, in case before the end of the program, you can try your luck once more. And in case you do not stay through with us on the program, you can call our dental therapist on the two numbers that we have sent out to you there.
Or you can still reach us through text message in case the network is not friendly for us.
Okay,
so maybe we can answer you
before we go, you make try text message to us so that when our dental therapist go through your message, you will do justice to it, and some other listeners will also benefit from your question. So please continue.
Yeah. So I was trying to relate to us about the gum disease and heart disease. You know, when inflammation occurs anywhere in our body, including our mouth, it can lead to hardened arteries. This means that the swelling of your gums could very lead to a greater risk of having a heart attack, because our gums are filled with blood vessels and our mouths are filled with bacteria. If you have gum disease, these bacteria can enter your bloodstream through your inflamed blood vessels and trigger inflammation elsewhere in your body, including your heart, if left untreated. So we advise people, with this little explanation, if you need more, maybe when you're in the hospital, I'll be able to elaborate it more and more to you to understand better. But with this, I believe you all understand what I mean.
Thank you, sir. There's this other question. This issue of swelling of the jaw, what link? What link does it have to do that has to do with the gum? There are times the jaw will be swelled. I experienced that problem at my early stage in life, that my jaw was like this rubber ball.
Oh.
So is it connected with gum, or is it a different problem entirely?
Yeah, I won't say anything much to that. My advice to anyone who have a swelling
of the
should
jaw,
come over to the hospital, because when you come to the hospital, we'll be able to take some x-rays and probably know what is the cause that leads to that swelling.
Okay.
But as it is, you don't just judge it either on camera, but when you see it with your naked eyes. And then if it's not that clear to us, then we then take x-ray and then advise the patient on the right thing to do professionally. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, dental therapist. We are very grateful for your explanations, and I hope whenever we call on you, you'll be glad to turn up for more health enlightenment talk with us. Please say farewell to our listeners at home.
All right. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for having your time once again. In my conclusion, I would say, remember, the information points are to be used as general guidelines on what we discussed this morning. And you should not use this information to determine anything yourself. If you think you have gum disease based on what we have said this morning, please contact Equa Hospital, Egbe Dental Clinic for a thorough dental screening. Gum disease can be prevented with proper dental care. If our dentists at Equa Hospital find that you have gum disease, we will put together a gum disease treatment plan to either manage your periodontitis or get rid of your gingivitis. Please schedule your appointment today. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you. Listeners, we are gradually coming to the end of the program. Our topic today has been gum disease. And please, can you remind us your name again?
I still remain Habila Darius Gumbo, a dental therapist with Equa Hospital, Egbe. Thank you.
Well, listeners, there is a message for you on the Equa Hospital, Egbe. But for now, we'll round up the program and stay tuned for this important information. Until the same time next week, when we shall be coming your way again with another edition of this program, I remain yours sincerely, your producer and moderator. I'm Alaba Olure saying bye for now.
Our dear listeners, we want you to listen to this special announcement coming to you from Equa Hospital, Egbe. This is to inform all churches and the general public that a specialist eye doctor called ophthalmologist will arrive at Equa Hospital, Egbe to work for 1 week, March 5 to March 10, 2018. He will provide specialized eye care services and surgeries on patients who are suffering from eye operation, glaucoma, cataract. There will also be eye screening for glaucoma, cataract, and other eye diseases. There will also be a treatment of major and minor eye disorders. There will also be a refraction for glasses and dispensing of appropriate glasses to patients. Registration and screening of interested patients commences as from today with a rate of 500 naira at Equa Hospital, Egbe. Information about estimated cost of surgery can be obtained at the time of your registration. We hope that interested patients will afford themselves these opportunities by coming to register immediately. Registration continues every day till March 5. Ohun tí a ń sọ ní yóò bá fún gbogbo wa ni wípé dókítà tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ abẹ fún ojú yóò wá sí Ẹ̀gbẹ́ hospital bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ọjọ́ 5 oṣù kẹta, yóò ṣiṣẹ́ yìí títí di ọjọ́ 10 oṣù kẹta. Àwọn tí ó bá ní àrùn ojú èyí tó nílò iṣẹ́ abẹ tàbí wọ́n nílò ìtọ́jú tó jẹ mọ́ òògùn tàbí gíláàsì, gbogbo rẹ̀ ni dókítà àgbà yìí yóò wá fún láti tọ́jú yín. Ìforúkọkalẹ̀ ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti òní pẹ̀lú àpò 2.5 ìṣàkóso ní 500 naira. Nígbà tí a bá dé, àwọn dókítà tó wà nílẹ̀ yóò yẹ ojú wa wò láti mọ iye tí yóò ná wa láti ṣe iṣẹ́ abẹ fún ojú wa. À ń rọ oníkálukú tí ó bá nílò iṣẹ́ abẹ tàbí ìtọ́jú ojú yìí tí ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wá fún ìforúkọkalẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti òní lọ títí di ọjọ́ 5 oṣù kẹta.
Kí ni information tí Tolú yìí mú wá tí wọ́n ń pariwo? Iná? Okay. So ẹ̀yin olùgbọ́ wa, ìrọ̀lẹ́ ti gbọ́n láti ẹnu àwọn aláṣẹ